Hey people! How is everybody today? Welcome to Pip Town on what is turning out to be a very snowy Thursday. For those of you who don't know, I am in New York City and we are in the middle of a snowstorm. Although right now it looks less of like a storm and more of like it's just snowing a little, but it's just not stopping. And it's been snowing for like 24 hours. I can look at the cars outside my window and I can see that we have gotten about, looks like 8 inches of snow, maybe. If the amount that is accumulated on the tops of the cars is any indication, that's a lot for us, especially considering that there's almost no snow left over at all in the world anymore. Hashtag global warming. But I know that global warming is not exciting. We call it climate change now because it changes in all sorts of different ways. But that's not what you came here for. You didn't come here for a TED Talk on global warming or climate change or whatever. Also, I forgot to turn on a light. Let me be right back. Okay, light is on. Help me mitigate some of the shadows on this side of the face. But what are you here for today? You're here for update news. Any of you who are in the Discord server for LEGO Legacy know that there is no update news because Emilian doesn't have any news to give us because apparently the dev team hasn't given him any news, which is very, very strange since they should know what they're working on since they are the people who are working on it. Right? Well, let me say hello to you, see who everybody is out there this morning, and then let's get into our daily Willa grind. Stealthy County Champion Mike Kate Slab Fernando EMZ Jester Go-Go. What's up, everybody? How are we doing? Let's see. The update is soon. Update name is Mysterious Update. Yes, Stealthy County Champion. That's very, very true. So, Arnar, one of the moderators in the Content Creator Program Discord channel, has actually been updating Emilian on some of the what's the right way to say this? Expectations, I guess, of the Content Creator Program. Now, remember, the Content Creator Program was something that was created by the LEGO Legacy developers of the old team. It is not a requirement from Gameloft that this practice even exists. They know that people are out there making content about their game for sure, but this new dev team just sort of inherited this whole thing, and they weren't even necessarily planning on having a content creator program. Now they inherited one. So we do have some people that are helping to inform Emilian of what our expectations have been based on actions in the past. Among those is getting information before the update drops so that we can disseminate it to you guys and help spread the hype. The new team is just kind of unaware of that. They seem relatively confused about how to best utilize the content creators in the content creator program. But hopefully coming in the future, we will start getting update information ahead of time so that we can share it with you the way we were before. What's up, Mike or Kate or both? Second day Kate interested in the new update? Yes. Slab, 30 degrees in Texas. Slab, what city do you live in? I'm originally from Houston, actually. My family still lives there. My sister and her husband actually live in Austin. Interested to hear what part of Texas you're from, because I know it's a big place. Jester Gogo just says emails. Emails? Not sure what that means. No Robot Matt. That's right. Hopefully I have fixed the mic, and if I just like jiggle the cord on the bottom of the microphone, hopefully it'll fix that in the future. Emilian said the patch notes will be released when the update launches. Yes, Jester, that is what he said. And that is why in the content creator channel, Emilian just sort of threw out to him like, just so you know, it's not obviously a demand that we make because we're in no position to demand anything. We're not under contract with the game. So we actually do not have the authority to demand anything. But usually the patch notes are given to the content creators ahead of time so that we can help you get the rest of the people excited about the upcoming update. Because even if the update hasn't gone live yet, the patch notes should include what's going to be in the update. So we should at least be able to share those. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. You guys have been here for a while. I will think Maria added the patch notes to announcements when the patch notes are ready. Yes, Stealthy, that is what they have said they are going to do, that they are going to put them in the announcements channel and on Facebook, since they seem to be absolutely obsessed with Facebook. Slab says a suburb around Dallas. I have a friend, a very close friend, who lives in a suburb around Dallas, Slab Meathead. He and his wife are both doctors and doing very successfully out there. All right. That's it for the chit chat at the beginning of the day. If anything pops up in the Discord server while we are going through all of our normal routine here, please somebody point it out. If they update the announcements or put anything in community chat that the rest of the group should know, please announce it for us so that we can get it all going. Let's go ahead and start with the arena. We like to start with the arena so that we can get in those 2 battles. I likes me some mint tea. All right, what fight are we going for first? I think we're going to go for this one, level 64. We've got the double tank pirate team. I am very, very excited to be switching out this chill team. I do like them a lot, but they just have so many holes. So many holes. And the AI, admittedly, for the Locust, not particularly great, nor is the AI particularly great for the Yeti, because the Yeti is going to taunt on his first turn, regardless of whether or not he should. So I have a feeling on defense, my Yeti gets trounced pretty easily. All right, let's go ahead and take out this little taunt action right here and see if we can take out Redbeard in turn number 1. We do with the 12,000 point normal hit. I like the 10,000 pointies normal hitsies. So, coming right back out here, let's see. We're going to just do a normal hit, and then we're going to do a little just normal hit. Then I'm going to go ahead, yes, nice, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a little taunt action with the Yeti. So now I've got that taunt in addition to the payback. Nice. So now we can get the Yeti just hammering away at everybody else out here. This should be excellent. Yeti attacks twice, attacking twice again. Now we can use Commander Cold to give him some damage reduction. This is perfect. And everybody's already used their specials, so I'm actually going to use Woo's heal instead. And I'll use his special on the next go, especially while the Yeti still has the ability to counter. Look at all of that. Oh, yes. Get in here with your special, Locust. All of the specials should be coming around here very, very shortly. We'll go ahead and clear out Valiant. Ooh, no, Valiant survived that hit. Woo comes in with his special, followed by, oh, too many explodies on the Yeti, and he goes down. But I have a feeling we can take out Cook Bart, and then we'll put this on auto mode while we take out Scarlet. How long does it take for Apple and Android to approve the update? Jester, I can tell you from my own experience as an actual developer, Apple and Android take different amounts of time. The Android approval process is usually rather quickly, especially if you're just making an update to something that already exists in the store. It usually takes less than 24 hours. Usually it actually just takes a couple of hours for them to verify that you haven't put any like new phishing code in there or anything else like that. It's an automated system that does it. Apple usually takes a little bit longer. In my experience, Apple could take anywhere to the tune of a few days to actually approve of an update to something in their store. If you're going to put something brand new into the Apple Store, that can take an entire week to get approved. Usually updates are faster. Usually they'll be within a couple of days. So it really depends on when in the first place they actually submitted the update. But if they submitted it yesterday, then you would expect for it to probably propagate tomorrow or Saturday at the earliest. I don't know exactly when they put that in though, and I'm not sure that Emilian knows exactly when they put that in, so there's no telling. Let's go into the shoppy shop here, open some bags, spend a little cashola. Mike already guessing what's going to be in the premium bag today. 15 Cactus Girl tiles, says Kate. Mike says 12 Valiant tiles. Good morning, Extreme Gamer. How are you doing? I'm just going to say that it'll be a castle unit in the bag, says Slab Meathead. And do we know what is in this update? No, we do not. It seems like Emilian doesn't even know what's going to be in this update, which is just weird to me. I just don't know how he couldn't know what's in the update, right? Like, wouldn't you, if you were in Emilian's position, be like, hey, dev team, all these people are asking me what's in the update. Oh, yeah, Emilian, here's what's in the update. Thanks, dev team. I'm going to go give that information to all of the people. Yep, have fun, Emilian. Right? Like, doesn't it seem like that's basically how it should go? I'm not sure why it doesn't go that way, but it apparently just doesn't go that way. So, it is what it is for the moment. All right, Guild, Arena, Master Store. Let's go ahead and get in here and buy the Willa the Witch tiles. I now need 14 more. 14 more. That's going to be 5 purchases. That's 2 more today and 3 more tomorrow. And then I will have unlocked Willa the Witch. I have been saving all of my cash. Look at this. I'm up to 5.6 million. That should be enough to get her up to level 60 and get her all of the gear that I currently have saved up for her. Though I don't know exactly which gear pieces that I am missing for Willa. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, additionally, I have enough ability materials to actually upgrade all of her abilities as well. If I don't, then I'm going to have to start farming some of those. It's also going to be a couple more days before I get Magisto's Tower up to 5 stars. So I still have to wait before I start using her anyways. I'm very, very near, Stealthy. Yes, very, very near. Complete, go. Let's see. I have done Glyph Hunt. Let's go ahead and accept all the quests now because I know there's a bunch of extra energy tied up in many of them. Plus, I get all of my extra Jimmy Gem gems, and I like my Jimmy Gem gems. Jimmy Gem gems are nice. You have to complete the Piptown United campaign to unlock She Ultimate. You mean to unlock Willa's Ultimate? I think to unlock her ultimate, you just have to have her up at the appropriate gear level like everybody else. Plus, I finished everything in the campaign in both Glyph Hunt and Piptown with everything has gold trophies. So I've got as much of everything as I possibly can have right now in both of those places. All right, we're spending our 100 gems and great. Now we can come in here to our heroes. We need to finish out the rest of our farms. So we'll finish out the Burnibus Glyph Hunt nodes. And then we're going to come in there and finish out Piptown in Jester Gogo's node. And then go from there. Okay, only 12 more Burnibus tiles till I have him ready to 7-star. Very nice. Jester Gogs, we're going to go ahead and get all of your tiles, please and thank you. I wonder how many I'll get today. I need, what is it, 44 to go? Ooh, 43. There's a Jester Go-Go tile. Does anybody play Halo Infinite and want an XP code? Sorry, Theo, I do not play. Wow, look at that. 3 more Jester Go-Go tiles. I only need 40 more to unlock Jester Go-Go all the way. Now, we're going to come in here and get these Skatus Boardis because everybody needs these skateboards from time to time. So we'll spend some energy going in and doing these here. Now I've got 120 energy left over. So the question is, where to spend the extra 120 energy? And I think the answer is that Burnibus has something. Whoops, wrong way. What does Burnibus still need for this? He needs fancy dynamites I've got, the fish I've got. Aha, fancy coffees. Yes. That's the other thing we need is fancy coffee 3. He probably knows but can't tell us. Extreme, you're talking about what you think Emilian knows about the update. I actually don't think he knows anything. to be completely honest with you. I think that they keep him basically 100% in the dark, if I'm being completely honest. Enjoying a body-rotting energy drink. Theo, where are you in the world? What time of day it is? What time of day is it for you that you're already drinking energy drinks? For me, that would be insane. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. If I was drinking energy drinks now, it means that I should probably just go to bed earlier and get more sleep. Can Gogo need the apples? A lot of people need apples, actually. That's just, I'm basically going through all of these different things because a lot of people need somewhat like universal stuff, right? So the apples are, more than one person needs the apples, more than one person needs those skateboards, more than one person needs all of the fancy everythings. So I'm kind of just going around and spending all of my energy where I can to get the most bang for my buck in anticipation of having to use a whole lot of this stuff on Willa once I get her unlocked. So right now I'm just using the holes in people's gear to figure out what pieces of gear in general I need to get. Because if I have all of them ready to go, then regardless of which one Willa actually needs, I will already have it to put on her, if that makes sense. Wow, we are getting really shafted today on all of the tiles. Not very many tiles from our daily monolith farm today, guys. 2:15 in the afternoon UK time. Theo, that's an okay time to be having an energy drink if you are in fact going to be having an energy drink. You're right, they are body rotting. That is 100% truth. Did you know that they were designed to taste like medicine? The original Red Bull flavor was actually quite delicious, but they thought that it tasted too much like a soft drink and they wouldn't be able to market it correctly. So they said, we actually want to make this drink taste worse, because if it tastes more like medicine, then we can market it as a new genre of drink rather than just having it get lost among all of the Coke and Sprite things that are out there. So they actually intentionally made their drink taste worse in order to sell more of it. Isn't that amazing? EMZ, I have Willa unlocked. Would you like to know her purple gear? Yes, EMZ. Please tell me what gear she needs for all of the purple stuff. Bedfordshire. Bedfordshire. In America, we would probably pronounce it Bedfordshire, but I don't know if you'd actually pronounce it Bedfordshire or something else. It also contains bull semen, fact, and now you know because you talked to Mike. I'm pretty sure that that what it contains is is not literally bull semen. The taurine, that's what you're talking about. It's not literally bull semen, but it might as well be because none of that stuff is healthy for you. All right, what are we going to be fighting now? We've got, let's see, the Trader Transport with this whole team put together. Oh, that team looks... Actually, I don't know if this team is going to be tough. Maybe I'll give it a try. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to need to take out Willa first, otherwise she'll keep bringing Basil back to life. And I do have 2 taunt clears. Now, the Trader Transport is a very, very powerful set, but I don't know that I've actually ever played it using my current team. So let's see how it goes. Let's put a little miss on Willa, and then come right in here and give everybody some attack up. Now we do know that there's going to be a miss, but really we're just using it for the attack up. And let's see if we can just take her out before she even gets a turn, really. Let's see, Basil the Batlord is gonna go next. He's gonna have his taunt. So let's see what happens. All right, well, Willa is dead, so that didn't take very long. Great. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna do a normal attack with our Yeti because he's getting very low and I don't want him to die quite yet. We're gonna go ahead and use the heal and taunt removal here, and then we're gonna start taking down Kai. I really wanna get the one shot off the team. I'm also still not going to be using the taunt from my Yeti. I'm gonna be saving that until my Locust gets a little bit lower, I think, in order to swap the taunt onto the Yeti at that point. So now we get some Dizzy coming out. All that we really worry about is whether or not our Yeti gets dizzy, and he does. That is a major, major bummer. Let's see. Can we just take out Kai right here? Oh, very, very close, but no cigar. But we get him out with the next ability. Now we're going to put some damage reduction out on everybody, lock everybody out of using their ultimates, and we're going to see if we can take out Basil the Batlord here pretty quickly. The only person who didn't get locked out of their ability was, of course, Wu, because which one would have been the worst for us? Wu. So that's the one that didn't get locked out of his abilities. That is a major, major bummer, but not a whole lot that I can do about it. My Wu, of course, gets locked out of his abilities, which stinkaroos. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and switch over to Magisto here instead. We get the heal off, and then we're going to go ahead and do a little ultimate action from our Locust and see if we can't get everybody else out. We'll get a heal out from our Master Wu. Brilliant. Now, yes, let's do this here and see what we can do about... yeah, let's put a little taunt on the Yeti with the payback. Oh, we get the dodge. The dodge! Get out of here with your dodge. Use the stealth advantage from the Locust. Okay, note to self. Trader Transport, at least the particular Trader Transport team that I was facing, not particularly difficult for me to take out with my Chill Space Woo Gisto team. I don't even know what to name this team, to be completely honest with you. Okay. Thanks, Mike. I'm gonna go grab a water, says Theo after the bull comment. EMZ. She needs Fancy Skateboard 2 plans from 6.4. Okay, that's good to know. Those are the ones that I farm as part of... those are the ones I just farmed as part of Jester Gogo's piece of gear. And... what team did you use to beat Piptown? Asks Extreme Gamer. I'll show you in a second. 25 Fancy Pizza 3 plans. Yes, also gear that Jester Gogo needs that I'm pretty sure I have ready to go. That's excellent. Matt, how does the COVID isolation work in the US? We have tiers, 1, 2, 3, with 3 being the most severe. Mike, so the way that the COVID isolations work in the US is more based on the states and what the states want to do. So the federal government can put some regulations in place, but the states themselves actually govern the individual isolations of their people. So the rules in New York are different from California, are different from Texas, et cetera, et cetera. Some states have implemented a tier policy, but for the most part, it's just a bunch of governments telling you whether or not your restaurant is allowed to be open. That's basically what it's come down to in the recent months. Most businesses are still open if they, depending on the state, some states have shut everything down again, but most businesses are still allowed to be open if they are following certain CDC guidelines or whatever the guidelines are that have been outlined by the state. Outdoor dining is still allowed in most places, but now that it's getting into winter, we don't know how popular that's going to be. But yeah, that's how it works. Okay, let's get some hiker tiles in here, see if we can get a little bit more to our Willa farm. Kai, Magisto, Basil, Bernabas, Lloyd, and Willa from the guild set in. Not sure what that means, Stealthy. Mike, it's dependent on the counties here, similar to your states, but main government policy countrywide, yes. And the UK is just geographically a much smaller area than the US, so it would be the equivalent of like how like Texas makes the rules for Texas, you know? And I think, technically, I think Texas is bigger than the UK as well, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and open that premium bag. We saw the votes from earlier today. Let's see what we get. Premium bag opening. And the first thing that we're awarded with is 100,000 coins. I'll take it. And the tiles are 12 Kartovsky tiles. Whoa! Kartovsky, all right. Kartovsky, one of the Master Store tiles. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and turn in these 200 tiles I farmed today so that I can get higher on the Willa hunt. Kartovsky tiles. I'll take Kartovsky tiles. That means I have fewer of them to farm in the master store. Not going to help us get Willa at all, but helpful nonetheless. Okay. So, coming into the Brixpedish, we are on board number 6. Reminder, we need 5 more Magistro's Tower tiles in order to get this set to 5 stars. And today, we are going to be awarded with 2 of them. 2 of them. That means tomorrow, if I get lucky, cross my fingers, if I get lucky and there are 3 Magistro's Tower tiles on the board, I can unlock Willa and 5-star Magistro's Tower on the same day. The same day. Now, by the time I finish getting all the tiles for Willa, it will be too late to actually use her on the Brixpedition board to really see how the team works. But that means I will be able to showcase the team for you guys on Saturday. Yes? Because tomorrow's Friday, that's when I'll unlock her? Yeah. So Saturday, I should be able to showcase that team for you as long as I can get Magistro's Tower upgraded and ready to go. So let's go ahead and get in here for the day. We have 7 guild allies today. 7, count them, 7 guild allies for the day. We will not use any of them until the second half of the Brixpedition board. I got 5J Cyber Dragon on the second day of Brix. I like it when you get those five ones. I've had a couple actually where I have gotten 5 of the Magistro's Tower, and I have to tell you, it excites me to no end when that happens. Okay, so I think Locust is going to do his taunt. He always does. That means Yeti, oof. The first thing that's going to happen from Redbeard is that he's going to use his Lucy, which means I actually need to wait before I taunt. Otherwise, he would get the stunny stun of doom. Let's go ahead and remove that taunt from Locust now, though, so that I can focus on Captain Redbeard. Can I go ahead and take you down? Do I need to worry? Nah, let's just deal whatever deals the most damage, which in this case is Wu's Special, which also removes buffs, but in this case, we pretty much already removed the buff that we wanted to remove. So now I was just using it for its added damage component. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw out the Dizzy on everybody. We'll grab the other taunt from the Yeti so that we can get her to do a little bit of counter damage. Her, him. I don't know how the Yeti identifies. Non-binary? No idea. The Yeti is a monster, so maybe they don't have sexes like male and female anyway. Cactus Girl, let's go ahead and put a little miss on you. We'll go ahead and use all of our ultimates at this point and just clear ourselves out of board number 1. Extreme Piptown team. Yes, I will go in there and show my Piptown team right now, actually. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, I have to remember what I did use for my Piptown team, because I'm sure now I have a whole bunch of extra characters that I didn't have at the time. So let's see what it was that I last used to clear out Piptown. If we were to go into here, oh, I don't have enough energy to actually just open up the battle screen. Okay, Piptown is builders, right? So let me sort by builder, and I should be able to tell you what I used at the time. Okay, I did not have Zane, Magisto, Basil, or Master Wu, or Lloyd. Ah, yes, City Team. That's what I used. Okay, so at the time that I completed Piptown, I was using Street Sweeper Sal, Businessman Trent, Firefighter Ash, Chef, Poppy, and the Fire Station. That was the team that I used to finish all the Piptown nodes. Since then, I've gotten a whole bunch more characters that would make for a much better team than that, but at the time that I finished it, it was my city team. Poppy, Chef, Firefighter Ash, Businessman Trent, Street Sweeper Sal with the Fire Station. I did not yet have Officer Primo, nor did I have any of these higher level characters up here. My Master Barnabas and Jester Gogo I still didn't have leveled up and ready to go. I leveled them up in order to get Officer Primo, but not before that, so I'm pretty sure that it was my city team. Street Sweeper, Businessman, Firefighter, Poppy, Chef, and the Fire Station. Additionally, I did it before they reworked Poppy, which means that I did it while she still had a chance, albeit a negligible chance to resurrect people, which I think actually worked to my benefit at the time because she did actually resurrect people a couple of times as I was going through it, especially if you're careful enough to keep everybody else healthy in order to basically just like waste turns until you can get to Poppy's eventual ability to resurrect people. So nowadays I would do it very differently from that. Obviously you saw the team that I have available now. It would look very, very different, but that's what I used at the time. Okay. Who do I need to take out next? Let's go ahead and take out a little Vertiverd, and then we'll take out a little Chicky Chick, and then nothing else matters. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. We're gonna go ahead and heal here. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters. Zombie. See what I did there? Oh, it's funny because zombie and Toomey have the same number of syllables. It's always better if you explain your jokes, I find. It always increases the humor level. Everybody knows that. Anyway, I thought for a moment that there was a more female version of the Yeti, but I was thinking of the female Cyclops. Forgot about that one. Matt, what is the minimum you can unlock Master Wu at 6-star figures and set? I'm not sure what you mean. I unlocked the minimum is that you have to have a team of 5 6-star pirates and a minimum of a 5-star pirate set. So that's the minimum. For me, I actually did it relying on some incredible RNG, because I did it with Redbeard, Cookbart, Darwin, Argenta, and Private LeQuay, all at 7 stars. And I think I leveled all of them up to level like 59. They're all still gear level 6, but they're like gear level 6.5. So I actually went like, I did it the hard way, and I think I've mentioned this before. I had to do the fight like, I think something like 70 times before I got the right RNG to actually win, but that's how I did it. Okay, let's go ahead and just take this guy out real fast, right? We're gonna go ahead and get a little, yes, get that payback. Get that payback. And then we'll just go ahead and knock out everybody else. Nuke, 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 Sonora. Nuke it all the time. Nuke, 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 Sonora. Nuke your Poppy Lime. Nope, that doesn't work. Good night, Popstar. I picked up a female Christmas minifigure from the Lego store last week. Had some nice pink and blue-green pieces. It's Christmassy and it was pink and blue-green? Not just straight up red and green? Interesting. Crazy guy unlocked 6-star Woo with no tank. Yes, that's exactly what I did, actually. It was very, very hard, but I managed to get it done. So there. Oh yeah, we'll leave Cookbart on the team because no heals. Actually, nope. I will swap you out for you. So now I've got a full chill team with a healer and an extra space character. This should actually work out pretty well. My team should be pretty quick because I've got 3 space characters here. The Yeti should be able to... Ooh, but look at the team we're fighting against. Alright, so this could end up being a pain in the buttocks. Let's see what happens here. I want to remove turn meter from you. And then I want to put Dizzy on you. And then I want to taunt and get some crits. Brilliant. This is exactly what I needed to happen. Oh, right. But then I forgot that Scarlet does her first move as a cleanse. And now we are Major Bum Bum Town. So I'm going to go ahead and take out Headley because if I were to clear his taunt, then Scarlet would just taunt anyway. So that doesn't really matter. And then we'll take out the Scarjo. Good night. Now, who am I going to get to have turns before Garmadon? Only the 2 of them. That is not going to be enough to kill him, which means he'll just do his AoE attack, which we would prefer to avoid. So, I'm going to go ahead and just put a little damage reduction out here. And now we can actually put all of our ultimate abilities out and see if we can clear Garmadon before he gets a chance to do his crazy ultimate attack. Yeah, let's do it this way, because then if he survives this on his next hit, he will lose all of his turn meter. But he didn't survive it anyway, so we're good. Extreme. Will I stream on Christmas? No, because Christmas is on a Friday this year. So I will not be streaming on Christmas. I wouldn't be streaming then anyway. Okay. What team are we going? We're going back to our normal everyday team here. Let's see if we can heal anybody for less than 10. We cannot. So we start in again. What about Boxing Day? Mike, I don't know what Boxing Day is. What day is Boxing Day? Okay, so we usually get enough fast characters to go that we can, if we get lucky, take out Magisto before he actually gets a turn. Let's see if we get lucky enough to do that here. Yes, we do! Brilliant! Now we know that Brutus is going to put his taunt out next, and it is going to go on Jester Gogo, so we might as well just start attacking Jester Gogo. Just like that. We're gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of taunt and payback with the Yeti, so that we can get that going on. And in the meantime, we'll just keep focusing down Jester Gogo. Oh, get that second attack. Come on, bro. Because now Jester Gogo is just going to keep healing everybody all day and night. Because I should be attacking Dragon Master Barnabas. You are a nut, Matt. Why are you doing it the stupid way? Ay, ay, ay. Well, now Jester Gogo is pretty low, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know, be hitting him anyway. Ah, there was the taunt removal from Barnabas, but it didn't actually remove everything. Ooh, very nice. I still have the payback on my Yeti. I appreciate this. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can just take out Willa here in the back. She does get a little bit of a heal off, but it's not going to be enough to save her from the Yeti's 11,000 point crit. Okay, now we'll toss out a heal here instead of using the ultimate, because to be completely honest with you, we don't need the ultimate right now. We'll go ahead and do this. We know it's going to miss on Brutus, but hopefully it will hit Barnabas and take him down. And now all we do is take out the Broody Brute face, and we're donezo. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas. Do we not have that? We do have the 26th. It is on our calendar. But as for whether or not it's an actual holiday, I don't think we actually celebrate it in any particular way. How do you celebrate Boxing Day? Is it literally just like where you take out all of your boxes and like burn them or something? Because that's what it sounds like Boxing Day should be. What am I? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've got 5 left. And I have 7 guild allies, so this is where we can start using them to our advantage. We're going to put more damage on this team wherever we can. In other parts of Europe, it's just called Second Christmas Day. Ah. You eat leftover turkey. Ah, gotcha. Why is it called Boxing Day then? I figured it would be the day when you just gather up all of your boxes from all of the presents that all the good little boys and girls got and just like put them in the garbage. Or recycle them. Because, you know, paper should be recycled. Okay! Let's see if we can take out a little zany Zane boy. Zane boy is a dead boy. We get a nice dodge in there. Excellent. I will take the dodge. Let's go ahead and get some taunt and some payback. Nice. Yeah, get in there, Yeti. Get in there. Nobody seems to need a heal much. So we're just going to smash down Businessman Trent. I'm actually going to pop out the heal now, actually. We'll go ahead and take down Businessman Trent and then follow that up with the Yeti, who will heal himself. And then I'm just going to use normal attacks because they have less animation associated with them, so I can end the fight more quickly. And now you know because you talked to Theo. We can just put everybody's name in that song. It's for leftovers, Bubble and Squeak. What is, Theo, what is Bubble and Squeak? Turkey curry. Actually, sounds like it could be good, Mike. Sounds like it could be good. Of course, if the turkey is already cooked, then putting it in the curry, I don't know. Because wouldn't you want it to cook in the curry to really absorb the curry flavor? That's just me, though. I'm a weirdo. Maybe? No, I'm not a weirdo. I'm actually a pretty good cook. I would try your turkey curry. Anyway, let's get back in here and see what we have going on. Jester, I see that you said because I just upgraded him to 6 stars. Who did you just upgrade to 6 stars? That's what the people want to know! Okay, let's go ahead and get these attack ups coming out of here. Ooh, we are gonna head and remove little what's-his-name's ability to do multiple attacks, please and thank you. He gets the attack up, the damage reduction. That's a major boring, but let's see if we can take him out anyway because his health is low, and even with damage reduction, we still did 9,000 points of damage. Wow, that Yeti's ability hits so hard, especially if the enemy has the Dizdaz on him. I likey, me likey, the Dizdaz. Especially on this chill team. It's going to be less important when I get my Magisto's Tower team up and running, but I'm not entirely sure that it won't matter because I'm still playing around with the idea of using my Yeti on the Magisto's Tower team as the second tank. So we would get Basil and Willa, obviously. And then I'm going to do Magisto for sure. Probably Wu as well, which leaves one open spot. I have been leveling up my Vankman, as you guys have seen, but my Vankman is only at 4 stars. So I might do some trials where I use Vankman. I think that might add more damage, plus he is also a magical character, so more of those stacks of enchantment going around. But that only leaves the single tank, and I don't know if that makes my team then really easy to beat, in which case I would actually want to put maybe the Yeti on instead. These are the thoughts. These are just a few of my incredible thoughts. Alright, let's go. We need to add some damage onto this team. So we're going to go with this, and we're going to swap out for the Pirate set, and then we're going to use a Guild Ally Scarlet. I am amazed that I don't have anybody who is sharing a gear level 7 Scarlet in our guild. I just realized that. They're all gear level 6. They look like they're like one ability away from gear level 7. I'm just amazed that we don't have it. Theo says, Bubble and Squeak is when you take all of your leftovers, fry them up together in a pan. Meat, potatoes, stuffing, vegetables. Does actually sound pretty good. Like a traditional Indian curry, Theo says he misses restaurants. Yeah, I miss restaurants too, dude. Everybody misses restaurants. Restaurants are delicious, and they make all of our food so that we don't have to. Okay. I'm gonna save the Dizzy for the Yeti taunt, but let's see what happens here. The Yeti's got his taunt out. So I can stun him, but then Explorer Aurora is just gonna bring him back to life. Still, that might be the best option at the moment. So it is what it is. Okay, Explorer Aurora, you need to go, followed very quickly by the Yeti. I know I don't need this heal, but I want everybody on my team to have attack up because I'm planning on smashing everybody very, very hard. Oh, now Jester Gogo has the taunt up. This team is going to take forever to kill. Luckily, I have tons and tons of heals on my team between Jester Gogo and Cook Bart, so it shouldn't take too long. Let's go ahead and keep you alive, please and thank you. Now we take out Jester Gogo, which means that Explorer Aurora is about to go. I'm gonna go ahead and remove all of those buffs that she had going on. We'll just deal some damage to her. The Yuppie is still disarmed. That's good news. So I think what I actually might want to do is take out the Yeti before he gets his special off. But I also think I need to take advantage of the fact, yeah, because he's getting his special off now, so it doesn't matter. I think I also need to take advantage of the fact that Jester Gogo is currently very low. In order to take him out, let's spread a debuff around. Now we're going to go ahead and demolish the Yuppie, prevent people from coming back to life. Please and thank you. Wow. That stunk. Did I have clumsy and I just wasn't paying attention? No, because he dodged it. I didn't miss. That, so lame. Redbeard's ultimate. Why does Redbeard's ultimate miss so much, guys? Why? This is what the people want to know. But it really, really does. It's very, very frustrating. Okay, just get out of here. Who are you? Commander Cold? With the Arctic Explorer set. No, the Ice Glider set. Great. We still managed to pretty much cream everybody anyway. Didn't really matter. Extreme hopping over into the Twitch stream, bro. Welcome. Welcome. What guild are you in, Extreme Gamer? Matt, how would you feel if Gameloft announced a new unboxed hero? I feel like we're due for another as we hadn't had one in a while. I would feel fine with it, to be completely honest with you, but unboxed heroes don't really do very much for the game because you can't use them, right? You unbox a hero and you get him at 2 stars. A 2-star hero, literally every single 2-star hero is useless, including Garmadon, if Garmadon were able to be unlocked at 2 stars, which he isn't. I know he isn't. Relax. But even if you could unlock Garmadon at 2 stars, he'd be useless. And he's useful at 3 stars. You know what I mean? Anyway, unboxed heroes are useless. They just give the economy more space to sort of like roll around. The economy more space to roll around? That's not what I mean. They give the game more places to market and capitalize, which is a good thing, I would say, in this case, because that's one of the things that this game has been severely lacking in, is marketing capitalization. But ultimately, adding new characters, oof. Okay, this is gonna be a long shot, but let's see if it's enough. Oh, it'll be enough now. 18,000 points. We swapped his defense up to defense down, and we get the 18,000 point crit from the Yeti. Yes, the rest of this one is just, it's already set. We know what's happening here, guys. We're going to destroy the rest of this team. Absolutely demolish them. Ah! And I removed, and I put the taunt on the Yeti. That's probably not the greatest, but there it is. Okay, so I'm going to take down Scarlet so that I can just stop her auto-taunting. And what I really want the most is to be able to, like, swap. Let's go ahead and grab this little taunt. Ooh, we do not get the payback. That is sad boy news. But we're going to go ahead and get some ulti-ults around in here. I think we got the ulti-ults coming from basically all around now, right? No, we're missing... yeah, let's go ahead and share one of these dots. We get a big time heal. Now, I believe that Scarlet should be out of heals now, please. Good lord. Slab says, and this is a pretty good point, that we are due for anything at this point. Yeah, you're not wrong, sir. You're not wrong. Okay, let's get this ultimate out, take advantage of the vulnerable up on everybody. I think that this is going to pop Scarlet out of stealth. Yes, it does, please and thank you. We're going to go ahead and just continue to deal damage here. I'm going to get a little heal off for the rest of the people on the team. It's a good thing we managed to take down Redbeard in turn 1, because this team is taking forever to defeat. Yes, get all of those bonus attacks. Doesn't help when they get dodged, though. Bonus attack, bonus attack, bonus attack. Everybody just keep hitting my Yeti, please, so that I can get the bonus attack. Scarlet, down. Master Wu or Cook Bart? Cook Bart should go next, I believe. Master Wu is a giant pain in my rumpus. We always leave him for last, despite the fact that he's good, because he can actually make you spend so much time wasting attacks, because he dodges so much, that the rest of the battle you can be completely losing in the meantime. So we save him for last, but it looks like we should be able to get out of here pretty easily. Although I am going to remove all of his buffs. Oh, and take him out with a nice 7,000 point crit. I'll take it. I'll take it. Go to the Find a Guild section, post your top 5 characters in a screenshot, and someone will contact you. Mike says, yes, that is very true. That's actually how I had to do it in order to get into the Digital Imperial Corps. Matt, do you work on Broadway production? If so, how about LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, the musical? What songs would be in that, I wonder? I do not currently work on Broadway. Nobody currently works on Broadway. I've done a number of shows off Broadway. I have not been lucky enough to be on Broadway yet, but keep your fingers crossed because it could happen any day. Literally any day. We could open the theaters back up and everybody could be super excited and wonderful and the world could be a glorious place again and we can sing and dance and act for all of you people who are willing to shell out $200 for a ticket to a show. Goodbye, Redbeard. Goodbye, Redbeard. I don't even know if that's a musical song, but what songs would be in LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, the musical? I don't know. Probably something like, I'll have to think about this one while this spontaneous composition isn't coming to me right now. Because you put me on the spot, sir. You put me on the spot. You put me on the spot, see? And apparently that makes my juices stop flowing. My creative song-making juices require spontaneity. Which characters would the musical feature? That's the question I want to know. Which characters would be featured in LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, the musical? I think it would be... I think we'd have to get the ninjas in there and the pirates. Maybe it would just be pirates and ninjas. Uh-oh, Kelsey just showed up. She's got a song in her mind, I can tell. West Side Story. Oh. Okay. Kelsey just popped in and she said that LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, the musical would actually just be West Side Story, but with pirates and ninjas. So who would that be? Well, yes, I'm trying to think of songs that would go with it, Kelsey. She keeps bothering me now because all you people put this idea in her mind. Oh no! I used Magisto's ultimate. I always forget that I mean to save all these things until the next level, but I might actually have enough time to go around and save them all. So anyway, now I'm thinking of musical options. So it would be, if it was from West Side Story, it would be like, Scarlet, I just met a tank of named Scarlet, and suddenly my team will never ever die again. Something like that. And of course that would be Redbeard. Redbeard singing about meeting the Scarlet tank. Oh god, that would be ridiculous. And of course Officer Primo instead of Officer Krupke, so we could sing Hey Officer Primo. That would work. Be a little ridiculous, but this whole premise is ridiculous, so I'm just going with it anyway. What is it? Let's see. What would Something's Coming be? Could be, who knows? That's only just out of reach, down the block on a beach, na 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 na. I'm trying to think of something that would be good for Something's Coming. Maybe that would be a song about, instead of Something's Coming, it would be Update Coming. And it would be sung by Redbeard, who's always just waiting for the dev team to release another update. Because according to the dev team, it's always coming. And never ever here. Okay, vulnerables on everybody. Kai comes in and he says, I've got 10,000 points of damage for each and every one of you. Take this. Hot Dog Man Sucks song, Extreme. That doesn't have anything to do with West Side Story. Come on, man. Dodge, oh my Dodge, how I love thee. Well, come on, guys. It's got to be based on actual Broadway songs. Then, if it's going to be a Broadway show, if we're going to really play this game, let's really play this game. Oh man, I'm surprised that there are still people alive at this point. Okay, well, I guess I could probably just auto battle this out. Oh, here we go. Yes, Magisto did have time for 2 uses of his ultimate. Brilliant. Make of our hands 1 hand. So let's see, what would we turn that one in? And tonight, what would tonight be? Tonight won't be just any night. I'm gonna have to think up more lyrics for these. But yes, my initial thought is that we would have Redbeard, but instead of climbing up like the scaffolding outside of an apartment, he would be climbing up the rigging of his pirate ship, singing about how he just met a girl whose name is Scarlet. And suddenly that tank will never get spanked again, or something along those lines. No, I'm not a lyricist. But I think that's what it would be. I think it was a good idea. Thank you, Kelsey. All right, throwing all of our characters into the excavation. 1.5 million total awesomeness for tomorrow. And what do we get? All heroes gain crit chance, all heroes gain heal over time, and all foes are inflicted with vulnerable. This does very, very little to help us on day 7, if I'm being completely honest with you. But if we look at our... Whoops, what am I looking at? Looking at our sets, we'll just remind everybody that we only need 3 more Magisto's Tower tiles before I can unlock Magisto's Tower at 5 stars. I'm very, very excited about this because then I can start showcasing the tower with that last rank, or with that 4th rank of its 4th ability, so that all of my characters will gain hardy if they get hit to 0 while they still have a stack of enchantment. I am very excited to be working with this team, just like everybody else is now. I am joining the evil Magisto's Tower meta because there hasn't been an update in the game recently enough for me to want to work on anything else. So we're saving it all up. We're doing our thing. The update should be coming. We'll see what happens. This is about where I call an end to the stream. So if you have any last minute questions, comments, concerns, if you posted something earlier in the chat and I missed it, now is the time when you should post it so that I have an opportunity to look at it, see if it is a question that I know the answer to, whether or not it's a song or some crazy voice that you want me to do all of a sudden, because I know how much you guys enjoy those. And in the meantime, let me just browse around here. I know that I have enough Brickspedition currency, but I don't want those tier 3 ability elixirs from here. I want the tier 3 set tools from here. The set tools is what we're looking for here. Now, let me see what you're writing about. If Lego Legacy was a soap opera, who would hook up with who? Asks Extreme Gamer. Well, if it was a soap opera, it would have to be like super dramatic. So I think Captain Redbeard... So I think there'd be like some sort of love. I think like Captain Redbeard and Scarlet would be the ones that are like married to each other. Same with like Commander Cold and Dr. Kelvin. So there'd have to be some sort of love triangle going on, because there has to be in order for it to be a soap opera. So I think maybe Captain Redbeard and Dr. Kelvin would actually have like taken off in the Galaxy Explorer in secret. So now they're having a love affair behind the backs of Scarlet and Commander Cold. Meanwhile, Basil the Batlord and Willa are just planning to like take over the family business from King Brutus, who's constantly being annoyed by Jester Gogo. Because Jester Gogo is actually like really smart and knows how to do business really well, but nobody takes him seriously because he always dresses like a fool. Meanwhile, the Ghostbusters would always be coming in and just reminding everybody how expensive it is to live your life. And Magisto would always be popping through like, hey everybody, how's it going? I think Magisto would be like the Steve Urkel character of the soap opera, who always is popping up and everybody's like, oi, Magisto. And he's always helpful every single time he comes around, but he's got a terrible personality and everybody's annoyed by him. How about that? Argenta and Cook Bart? Argenta and Redbeard, or Argenta and Cook Bart? Oh my goodness, voting. Voting for who the theoretical love affair would be in the non-existent Lego Legacy soap opera. I love it. How do you feel they could improve the unboxed character formula? Well, Theo, firstly, the way that they could improve the formula was by making the unboxed characters relevant. So getting a character at 2 stars is completely useless, as we have seen from the beginning of the game's release. Now, they should have already known this, because every single one of these games that allows you to take a character up to 7 stars has characters that release at 1, 2, or 3 stars in them, and all of those characters are useless at 1, 2, or 3 stars. So, Unboxed is an interesting way to introduce a character to the rest of the player base, but without a way to reasonably get the character up to 5, 6, or 7 stars right from the release, the Unboxed event is utterly meaningless, except for the side rewards that you get for doing it. So, how would I improve the Unboxed character formula? Well, I would make it so that you have to do... It's interesting. I would make it so that you unbox the character and then follow that up possibly with a brick pace event for that character. So basically, the Unboxed event would let you see whether or not you like what this character can do. So in that Unboxed event, you would be using that character at 7 stars, gear level 7, level 60, so that you can see what that character does when he or she or they are fully leveled up to the max. But the event itself will only give you the character at 2 or 3 stars. You follow that up with a brick pace event for that character. That way people can decide in that moment if they really want to farm that character, because they already have some information about whether or not that character is useful. So I would probably do something along those lines. Maybe an Unboxed event followed by a brick pace event that was like a Yeti style brick pace event, where the brick pace event is only for that Unboxed character. In the future, I think we will see more Unboxed events in the style of the Quincy event that we currently have going on, where there's multiple different boards and multiple characters that you can spend your event energy on to try and unlock. But I don't know if what I just suggested would be a perfect option to fix the situation, but it would definitely be better than the current situation. I mean, how many people do you see running Skeleton Yorick? This many. That's who. So that would be one of the things. How could they improve the game in general? Yeti, Aurora, and Kelvin love triangle. Businessman and Yuppie. They run Brick Book and Stud Savings Bank. Wow. Time to unbox Cole, I think. Buff them ninjas. Yeah, because if there's anything that we need, it's another buff to the ninjas. Red, hello, Red. We are just ending the stream, I'm sorry to say. We are currently talking about, well, we were speculating on the update that is incoming but hasn't arrived yet. So the dev team has actually been talking about this update that they were hoping to release last week. It is currently going through approvals with Apple and Android, so it will be with us as soon as that update goes through, as soon as it is verified by the Apple Store and the Android Store. So we'll see. But Mike asks, how would I improve the game in general? Well, I think that they should take a lot of the RNG out of the game. You know my feelings on dodge, for example, and I think that a lot of the percentages should be changed. I think that percentages, I think that 40% chances of things happening and 60% chances of things happening are utterly useless to people. I think 0, 50, and 100% chances are going to be your most useful ones. Obviously, 0 and 100% are the most useful, right? So when you do an attack and then it says like has a chance to apply debilitate, well, you either need to know for a fact that you're going to lose that debilitate or that you're going to get that debilitate. Otherwise, I think it should be a coin flip, right? 50-50 shot. So it doesn't become something that you rely on, but it becomes something that you might get. That way, you're not disappointed when it doesn't happen, but you are just excited when it does happen. Another suggestion would be to introduce a 10% chance for something to happen or a 90% chance for something to happen. That way, it's either a giant bonus when you hit that 10% window, or it's something that you usually do rely on, but from time to time, it just like every once in a while, it doesn't work, in order to add some RNG into the game that way. But all in all, I think for the most part, the way that they can improve the game is by making the abilities more inherently reliable when you use them, especially at max level. A lot of these things, like, it makes sense to me to upgrade people's abilities. So for example, deals 80% damage at level 1, deals 85 at level 2, deals 90% at level 3. This makes sense because every upgrade to that tier of that ability makes that ability a little bit more powerful. You know what I mean? Deals extra damage if they have Dizzy, deals more extra damage if they have Dizzy, deals more extra damage if they have Dizzy. Every single time you upgrade this ability, it's getting stronger. So these percentages actually make sense. But some of the other percentages in the game just plain don't, right? Master Wu's third ability, for example, has a 75% chance for a random Ninjago hero to assist for 50% damage. Why 75%? That makes it so that it will happen most of the time, but 1 out of every 4 attacks, you are not going to call a hero to assist. So it happens often enough that you want to rely on it, but it fails often enough to disappoint you as a player. So that's honestly, that's the biggest thing that I would do to improve the game as it currently exists. Reevaluating a lot of those percentages and seeing not just how they actually function mechanically, but how they function emotionally for the player. That's the biggest thing I think that they're missing right now. What is the upcoming update? Red, we actually don't know what's in it. That's one of the things that we've been talking about, is that this new dev team hasn't really gotten their information cycle set, really. So Emilian, for example, doesn't know what is in the update, which is weird because he knows the developers and he can talk to the developers, but apparently the developers just haven't told Emilian what's in the update. So I think they're still trying to figure out their communication pipeline. They're definitely still figuring out what the Western side of things, that being like the UK and North American side of things, expect from the dev team as they communicate, which is basically more communication. We also expect that Emilian should have the answers to a lot of these questions, and he doesn't, which is odd. But that's what we've been discussing. Give the ninjas a 0% chance of landing a hit if you have Hot Dog Man on your team. Yeah, there you go. GKM says update never. What level and gear should they stop at in your opinion? Extreme, that is a tough one, because if they want to keep the game going, then they shouldn't ever actually stop. But they need to start incorporating new ways to upgrade people instead of just leveling them up and gearing them up and starring them up. Essentially, all of these things are just stat increases. It's just 3 different ways of giving people stat increases. So you increase someone's gear, they get higher stats. You increase their star level, they get higher stats. You increase their level, they get higher stats. It's all kind of superfluous. But what they need to start introducing are ways to buff particular stats. This is something that they introduced in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes with mods, and admittedly, it did actually break the game for like a few months until they really sort of figured out how to do them. Right? In games with turn meter, speed is just like the most important thing that a character can have, or lack of speed in the case of like Scarlet, because you always want her to go as slow as possible since she auto taunts. Anyway, so finding new ways to upgrade your characters or change their statistics in ways that you can further customize them, that is how I think that they should continue things. Let's see. Level 100 and gear level 10. Remember that the higher that you push the level, the harder it is for a new player to join the game. That's the most important thing to consider here as well. Yes, it does give your existing player base more to do, but it also alienates new players who are starting at level 1, who know that they have 100 levels to go, and it's gonna take them literally years to get there. So if they can never get to the top, they might just never start playing at all. As it is now, Extreme, how long has it taken you to get up to level 56? See what I mean? And you're already feeling, because you mention this all the time, that you're feeling like you're a little bit behind, even though you're at level 56 or 57. That's only 3 levels away from the top. Now, if we put it up to level 100, it'll take forever for people to get there unless they revamp the entire leveling system, like something like what World of Warcraft did once they finally got people going up to like level 120, which was ridiculous. So I agree that they should keep going with the leveling up ability of the characters, but I think they should do it in a way that is not gear, stars, or level, if that makes sense. Those percentages will go up when abilities go above level 5. Yeah, that's GKM. We talked about this the other day, and I completely agree with you. But there will still be abilities here and there that are just like 60% chance of happening, 70% chance of happening. And honestly, I don't think that those percentages should be in there from 1. You know, so it should be like, let's see. So the Yeti, for example, he has a 50% chance to do a bonus attack. This is okay. It's a coin flip. But it should be a 50% chance to do a bonus attack right from number 1. And then all you need to change is the chance, or like the total amount of damage that his attack actually does. That's a big enough upgrade. That's a big enough upgrade to the ability to make you want to upgrade it. Versus, let's see here. Captain Redbeard, chance to do a double attack. He has a 60% chance to inflict disarmed for 2 turns. No, take it out. Give him a 100% chance to inflict disarm for 2 turns if the target is already suffering from damage over time. Like, this is the way that you can introduce more RNG, but also have things be reliable. Let us know under what circumstances we can make certain things happen. Because, and I say this all the time, you're only playing the offensive version of the game. And so it's only your personal experience that ever happens in the game. And what they could do to mitigate some of the disappointment from your character just like flopping is change a lot of these percentages from the beginning. I think at rank 1 of these abilities, you should know what the abilities do. Otherwise, just add that as you get to a later rank. So for example, maybe it's at rank 1, at rank 1, he just does damage. At rank 2, he does damage and he disarms for 1 turn if the target is suffering from, I don't know, damage over time or something like that. At rank 3, it just increases the damage that he does. At rank 4, it changes the disarm to 2 turns. At rank 5, it increases the damage even more. That's the kind of stuff that I'm getting at. So they could very easily mitigate our expectations that way without it being disappointing when you're like really hoping that something happens and then it doesn't. Because then the only person having that experience, that negative experience, is just you sitting alone by yourself staring at your phone. And that's something that I think that they haven't taken enough time to address. Let's see here. People asking a lot more things. I know a lot of people are against the introduction of skins. I think as long as they changed up the synergies, it would be a good move. New costumes. Some people see costumes as money grabby. So here's the thing about cosmetic changes. I'm all for cosmetic changes. If you want to have a new skin for your Princess Argenta, like, go for it. And if those cosmetics are purely cosmetic and they make it cost like 99 cents to get a new skin, like, fine, go for it. Basically what they're saying at that point is you can spend money on this if you want to, but you do not need to. There's no reason why you have to get this in order to play the game. It's just an extra thing we've put in here for you, and you're more than welcome to get it if you want to spend money on it. I don't think that that's particularly money grabby at all. To me, that's like putting chocolate candy bars by the checkout line at the grocery store. Like, you've already done all of your grocery shopping. You could just leave. If you want a candy bar, you can get it. But you could also just walk through the line without getting a candy bar and still have all of the ingredients that you're purchasing for dinner. See what I mean? I think as long as they're obtainable, help diversify the teams in the arena, then it would be good for the health of the game. Today, I leveled up Valiant. Very nice, Baron. Even with level 58 gear 6, he has a higher awesomeness than Lloyd with level 60 gear level 7. Yeah, that's very true. It's because his defense is incredibly high. Allows them to do a Heinz sponsored costume, and then they can make money from sponsorships. Ketchup gives him attack buff, mustard gives him defense buff, relish gives him any synergy tag. You guys are talking about the hot dog man? That's hilarious. GKM says, I agree, skins would be cool. It's like League of Legends. That's a really, really good comparison, right? So in a lot of MOBA games, not just League of Legends, but pretty much every MOBA game, you can unlock different skins. Hey, thanks for following, Red. Appreciate it. In all MOBA games, you can unlock new skins for your characters. Sometimes they're awards for you winning high-level content, that kind of stuff. But they don't change the game. They're just cosmetics. And there always is a way for you to spend some in-game currency or some actual money to unlock them for yourself, but they do not change the way that you win the game. They don't change how powerful you are. It's just for you to sit with the game and be happier about it because you think it's cooler looking, or to show off your stuff for everybody else if that's how you, if that's how you choose to show it off. So I'm all for them adding skins into the game. I hope that this update is not skins though, because what we need is content. What we need is content more than anything else. I doubt there's going to be content added with this update. There might be a winter holiday event like what has been speculated. I sincerely doubt it's going to be raids or anything long lasting though, so don't get your hopes up too high before the new year on that one. Red says he talks to Twitch more. Red, I talk to whoever is posting in my chat because I can see YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but the people who join my feed on Twitch tend to be more talkative. So if it seems like I'm responding to Twitch more often, that's why, because they actually just do more talking than the people on YouTube do. Let's see. You know what would be cool? Full customization. Baron, so the one thing you have to remember about full customization is you still have to be able to identify which people you're fighting against. And you need to be able to do it kind of instantly, right? Because you shouldn't, say you're in an arena battle, you've got 5 minutes to win, and you can't like spend your time like clicking around because somebody's changed their pants and their hat and they've changed the face and they've changed all this other kind of stuff. And now you have a Magisto that looks just like Argenta. I shouldn't have to worry about that when I'm fighting against you. I should know that it's Magisto. I should know that it's Argenta. So some sort of customization, yes, fully agree. Full customization, that's going to get you into tricky territory if it makes it hard to identify which character you're fighting against. Take one leg from a minifigure to another one with some stats. Yes, Red, I saw. Thank you very much. Santa, might be Santa coming, in which case we'll have to see what his stats are for this chill team that I've got going on, because you gotta think that Santa's gonna have that chill tag. We ignore Matt and have our own conversations. That does actually happen quite a bit, but I'm all for it. I love the community. All right, guys. I am going to be signing off here. I have to get to work. It is the holidays, so work has been a little bit slow, but that's all right. We can chill out. We can take it easy. We can do our thing. I am going to see all of you on Saturday. On Saturday, I should have my Willa ready to go. Hopefully, I will have gotten a couple of extra shards of Magisto's Tower. If not, maybe we'll be getting the last few of those that we need on Saturday. But either way, I will be back on this weekend, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you there. Until then, be nice. And if you're in the Northeast, stay safe, stay warm, but maybe go play out in the snow. All right, guys, I'll see you later.